morning. Today is December 10th, 2019. It's 10:35. We're holding a special town board meeting. So if we can all rise for the pledge to start. Eric, you want to lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Diane, Jim's not here.
Thank you. You're taking Jim's place.
That's right.
All right, we have one resolution on the agenda for today, which is authorizes the town clerk to publish and post a public notice of public hearing to consider a proposed local law for amendments to Chapter 255 entitled Parades, Assemblies, and Special Events of Riverhead Town Code. Eric, do you know this, or do you want me to go over it?
I know some of it. It
Okay.
appears that we're amending the code to include a new definition for charitable organizations. We are amending the code to include 3 categories of special event: a small gathering, which is 100 to 1,000 attendees, a large gathering, which is 1,001 to 4,000 attendees, and a massive gathering, which is 4,001 or more attendees. That's the major change. We are amending the filing guidelines to provide that a small gathering special event shall be filed at least 90 calendar days prior to the commencement of the gathering. A large gathering event shall be filed at least 120 calendar days prior to the commencement of the event, and a application for a special event massive gathering shall be filed at least 180 calendar days.
With the cutoff date, so that's a later part of it.
Then there was some various reconfiguration of the information that's required on the special event forms. I don't know if you want to go into
We
that
condensed it because basically what we had previously is we had it written out for smaller gatherings, for larger gatherings, so we just condensed it and put for all special events. This is the information that is necessary, unless it's not applicable, which is just part of the application.
Okay. Do you want me to go through those one
I
by
don't think
one?
we have to go. I think we did it at the work session. I think we should be okay. We're still having a public hearing about it.
The 4-hour work session? Yeah, I think we covered it.
Yeah.
Followed by after the marathon one.
There is some changes to the application fees sub-provision. There is a typo there. It looks like there's a money sign in front of the town code section 255-9B. That should be a section symbol.
I'm sorry, 9.
It's on 255-12C.
Oh, I see. It's a dollar sign, but it should be that,
Okay.
that code, section of the code. Okay, we'll fix that.
And then just a language thing that I noticed on the last sentence is any special event, massive gathering application submitted within 180 days of the proposed commencement of the event will be denied. The only thing that I would recommend on that is replace within with less than.
And it's 120 days. It's not 180. I
On
know
the
we had talked,
massive?
yeah, we had talked about it at the,
You might have an old.
we talked about it at the work session.
Okay.
We had originally had 90, the chief wanted 180,
Okay.
so, there's 120 in here.
For a
So that would
massive,
be,
okay.
and that was with the town clerk's office, so it's 4 months.
Okay.
So what were you taking out within?
Yeah, and I was just suggesting less than. It's more definitive language.
Less than, okay.
So this was one of the questions. So the way it works now is for a small gathering, you need to submit 45 days prior to the event, or else the application will not be accepted. For a large gathering, it needs to be submitted 60 days prior to the commencement of the event, or will not be accepted. And for a large gathering over 4,000 people, it needs to be submitted 4 months prior to the event, or it will not be accepted.
Okay. All right.
And I think one of the only other changes I know that was asked for was in the section B of, this is just something we had grappled back and forth with, 255-11, in section 10, was about events on the same day, whether in a half-mile radius, so it should be, if one or more events are scheduled for the same date and time, of each other, the town will determine if there's adequate resources of all events. So it was struck within a half-mile radius, and we know that we had that issue when we had an event at Tanger as well as the Polish Festival, that they weren't in a half mile of each other, but they were two large mass gatherings, so they needed to be taken into account of each other.
Well, that's because the police said it wasn't just about proximity,
Location.
it was about manpower.
I'll get you the.
Yeah.
And women.
Yes. All right, so anything else, Eric?
That is all that I see.
Okay, so at this time, if anybody from the public would like to come up and comment before we vote on the resolution? No? Okay.
I just want to make a statement,
Okay.
question, actually. Marilyn Banks Winter, Riverhead. I'm with the AAECF, which is the African American Educational and Cultural Festival. I just have a quick question. In regards to nonprofits, is it back in here, because I haven't had a chance to read this, about waivering anything for nonprofits as far as the
The Showmobile.
showmobile
the
or any
Showmo-
other fees
The Showmobile.
that can help us?
The Showmobile isn't addressed in this, but
Okay.
as far as the nonprofits go, there's a fee schedule that doesn't need to go to public hearing, but will also be part of a resolution. And for the not-for-profits, as long as you're a 503C, some type of 503, there is a different fee schedule. So I believe for the small gathering, it's $150, and for the larger gathering, it's $350. So it's not the same fee schedule, because without a not-for-profit, it's small gathering, I believe is $350, large gathering is $650, and then a massive gathering is like $2,700.
Yeah.
So it is much less, but there's still fees that need to be covered within the town.
Oh, okay.
So it's
That's
basically,
huge.
it's basically the 150 or 350
Oh, okay.
is.
That's different from when we had our first festival, which was 2002, and none of the nonprofits had to pay anything. It was waived because it was a opportunity for people to come in and to different cultural events that we needed here in the town. So, I mean,
We
it's too
understand
late
that.
for this, but,
The problem is whether it's a not-for-profit or if it's a for-profit, there's still a lot of town time spent on this, and back in 2002, there was a handful of not-for-profits having things. Now, we owe more than half of the events that are going on are not-for-profits, so it becomes a very big challenge.
now, what if these, police department, fire department, what if they volunteered? Because that's what we had, a lot of them volunteered their time towards the, event.
Well, that,
Yeah, but that's not the processing, this is for the processing of the application.
application, yeah.
Okay.
Not for the event itself. It's great if you get them to
Right.
volunteer your
Right,
time.
which they did.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But that doesn't help us with the process of going through the multitude of people that have to sign
Right, I
off
know
on
this
this
is
and,
one-stop
research it.
shop for all, but I just,
right.
these questions are in my mind because I hadn't had a chance to
Mhm.
address them,
Mm-hmm,
so, all right.
All right.
I'll take a look.
thank you. Anybody else want to speak before we move forward with the resolution? The resolution is to post and publish for a public hearing, on, December 17th. So this is the comment section to speak before we vote on the resolution, so, anybody? Going once, twice, 3 times? All right,
So we'll call resolution.
Yep, call the resolution.
88.
all right, authorizes town clerk to publish and post a public notice of public hearing to consider a proposed local law for amendments to chapter 255 entitled Parades, Assemblies, and Special Events of the Riverhead Town Code.
Seconded.
First and seconded, vote please.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
I just want to thank Mr. Kern, Mr. Del Prete, all the people involved with the Business Advisory Committee that put a lot of time into this. As we found out last year when we did it ourselves, we needed help and advice from the people that deal with this on a daily basis. So I appreciate you guys coming forward and lending us your expertise, and I'm glad we were able to put something together, and now we can move forward. So I definitely vote yes.
Jen Smith.
Yes, I'm very happy to move this forward and get something in place, and as you said, I think it worked very well, with speaking to the committee and then meeting back and then having our town staff here. So I'm hoping that this will go through, and we will put 255s to rest.
Okay. Resolution adopted.
All right, and at this point, anybody from the public who would like to speak, or any comments? Seeing nobody, can I, first and second to close the meeting?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, we almost made
All
it.
right.
Okay.
You almost made it. No, I want to just echo what Tim said, and I really appreciate the fact that the town board, you know, took the time to engage with stakeholders when it came to, you know, revising code that involves stakeholders. And Laura, thank you for participating on the Business Advisory Committee, and Tim, you as well. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we got first and second to close the meeting?
Motion?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye?
Opposed? So carried. All right.